now 3 degrees. Turn complete, sir.
Commence second run.
We have a radar trace, sir.
Bridge.
We have a radar trace, sir.
Bearing 147, speed Mach 5, reducing fast.
Mr. Cooper.
Sir?
Do you see anything?
No, sir. Yes. Yes, there. What is it, sir?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like this before. It's coming down. Action stations.
It's attacking, sir?
I think it is, Mr. Cooper. Open fire.
Straker.
General Henderson's here, sir.
Right.
Commander?
Morning, General.
You read it.
Well, hasn't everybody?
Now, this is why you've asked me down here. I can tell you there'll be an official denial in tomorrow's editions.
Yes, I expected that.
I stress the word official. Apparently, it was a test flight of one of the Navy's prototype aircraft. Unfortunate.
Yes.
Straker, you're getting too suspicious. It's almost a complex.
Well, is that bad?
Look at that photograph. It could be anything.
Yes, including a UFO.
There was an immediate inquiry. I was in touch with the Naval Board personally. They were satisfied. It's a false alarm.
General, are you warning me off?
No, I am not warning you off, even if it sounds like it. How many so-called sightings have turned out to be aircraft?
But this was a highly trained naval crew on a ship equipped with every modern detection device. Let's have some breakfast.
And it wasn't like that. It happened too fast.
And the wreckage sank with no attempt at salvage.
The ocean is too deep at that point.
Well, I take it you've no objections if I conduct my own investigations?
No, none at all. But don't expect any cooperation from the naval authorities. They've accepted the findings. You have Check the records for that day, I take it?
Yes.
And?
Well, there were no UFO sightings, if that's what you mean.
None got through, huh?
No, none that we know of. But they have before.
Not for a long time. Since your defense tightening, in fact.
General, please don't underestimate their intelligence. It has always only been a matter of time before they discovered a way to pierce our screen. Toast?
No, thank you.
Try hitting the sand behind the ball. Oh, Paul, you're supposed to smooth over your tracks.
Tell me, what do you see in this?
Oh, relaxation, exercise, chance to forget your problems.
You've done nothing but talk about it ever since we started.
I'll have a lot on my mind, Paul. Well, here you are. I suggest you try, number 9 iron on this shot, Paul. Good shot.
You said Henderson seemed convinced the sighting that ship made was a false alarm.
Did I? Oh, yes, I suppose he did.
And your theory about the aliens piercing our defensive screen doesn't hold up.
Oh? Why?
The Interceptors destroyed a UFO this morning.
Yes, true.
Well, how come we managed to stop that one?
Look, Paul, it's a battle of wits between us and them. And if they have made a breakthrough, they wouldn't want us to know, would they?
You mean this morning was a sacrifice?
Well, it could be, couldn't it? We destroy a UFO, feel secure in our defenses, and then they just write off that sighting.
Well, if it was a UFO, why didn't it fire on the ship?
Ah, now that would have been proof. You don't buy it, do you, Paul?
No.
Well, you could be right.
Depth 600. $620. Maximum safe depth. $640. Colonel, we are...
I heard you the first time, Captain. Continue the dive.
$680. $750.
Pressure malfunction.
Level.
Level out.
Tell me something, Paul. Do you know Sheringham?
The Admiral?
Yes.
Not personally.
Well, do you know anyone in his department?
Oh, now I know why I'm here. All right, what do you want me to find out?
I want to find out why that Admiralty Board reached such a fast decision. You see, I think that ship was where it was for a special reason. A reason the Navy want to keep secret. Now, the aliens want to know why, and so do we.
Yes?
Turbine's not responding, sir.
820.
Engine's overheating.
Hold full power. Forward plates are buckling. 670.
Turbine's still not responding, sir.
Hold power.
We'll burn out, sir.
Hold full power. 880. Slowing. Steady at 900. Maintaining level course, Captain.
Take her back to 600.
Up to 600.
Sonar,
Colonel?
find anything?
No, Colonel.
Nothing? How much water below us?
200 fathoms, Colonel.
Thanks.
We could try again.
No. No, it's too deep. Thank you, Captain.
Over 1,000 fathoms deep. The trench runs for about 30 miles.
Well, it sounds ideal. Come in. Ah.
If you could sign these sometime this afternoon, sir. This is the amendment to the second paragraph.
All right, thank you, Miss Bosenquet. Well, the assignment's due on the 9th. Now, my crew are on a 24-hour standby.
Over 1,000 fathoms deep. An even greater safety margin than we need. All right, Captain, I approve the location.
Thank you, sir. And Stephen?
Yes, sir. Good luck on the 9th.
We may need it.
And remember, one slip and life on this planet could.
Where are we? Straight through?
Yes, lights on the left. Be with you in a minute. Make yourself at home.
Nice place. Very comfortable.
It's convenient. Would you like coffee or would you prefer something stronger?
I would prefer something stronger.
Scotch?
Fine. May I?
Oh, please do. Your drink.
Oh, thanks. Unusual hobby.
Is it?
Are you an expert?
Oh, I wouldn't say so.
What's the bright star top left?
Spicer. Magnitude 1.2 forms an isosceles triangle with Arcturus and Bootes and Deneboula and Leo.
Really?
By studying Spicer and the star Regal and Orion, Hipparchus discovered the precession of the equinoxes.
Well, here's to good old Hipparchus.
You don't waste time, do you?
Well, you've got your hobby.
How long have you been with the ministry?
Not long, why?
I hadn't seen you before yesterday.
Oh, you probably have.
Come on, what department are you in?
Well, let's just say it's my job to know everyone else's. Now, take you, for example. Sarah Bosenquet. Young, beautiful, 10-year service, currently with Sheringham.
Where's my birthmark?
I'm much too much of a gentleman to mention that. What's Sheringham like?
Why?
I mean to work for. I was just thinking that with the responsibility he's carrying, he might be taking it out on you.
I can look after myself. I'm very independent.
How is Paul progressing?
He's still working on it.
Well, what have we got?
There appears to be a deep trench right here.
Virtually bottomless. If that was a UFO and it did go down there, then it's lost forever.
Anything from sonar?
No. We took skydiver down as deep as we could. Deeper. Nothing.
Well, the wreckage is of no longer any importance, but that trench is.
Well, what's the next step?
A meeting with Admiral Sheringham, I think. General Henderson can do the groundwork. He can introduce me as, a safety officer from the Ministry of Aviation.
Mr. Straker here is naturally anxious to discover as much as he can about the incident, Admiral.
Oh, yes, I appreciate that. Please do sit down, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Well, what particularly can I do for you?
I want to interview the captain of the ship.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Oh? He's on an assignment?
Naval security prevents me from answering that question.
Oh, I see. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
I take it you've read a transcript of the inquiry?
Yes, my office was able to supply those details.
Well, I've studied the report, and there seems to be a great deal left unsaid.
Oh, I don't understand.
Well, it appears to me that the findings in the report were arrived at with, well, might I say, unnecessary haste.
Mr. Straker, the facts that we had were the only ones likely to be available for all time. In the circumstances, it would have done nothing to delay.
Yes, I can see that. But, Admiral, nowhere in this report can I see any mention of the steps taken by the captain and crew to verify identification of the aircraft.
The incident was over in a matter of seconds.
Yes, but your captain obviously ordered the destruction of an aircraft. Now, a layman, such as myself, might be excused for thinking that he could equally have taken steps to identify it.
I'm sure that the captain acted as he thought best. We weren't there.
But the ship sustained no damage, proving that there was no aggressive action. Admiral, it could have been a civilian airliner.
I've really nothing further to add to the report.
Of course, if the ship in question were actively concerned in some mission or other, then the action of the captain might be more understandable.
Will you come in, please? I'm afraid I can spare no more time, gentlemen. Miss Bosenquet will show you the way out.
You want to see me?
Oh, yes, Paul, come in. How are you making out with Miss Bosenquet?
Well, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yes, I had heard that before. Listen, there's something I want you to do for me.
Sure.
Find out if your new friend knows him.
Oh, yes, she does. There's a picture like this in her apartment.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Who is he?
Are you taking Miss Bosenquet out tonight?
Well,
Good. Make it something special, will you?
I'll try.
Oh, and Paul, you might let me have the key to her apartment. Take a look at this. Should be perfect.
I'll set it up.
A sighting device. Well, with all this, I'd say you could line up on any point in space.
It's pretty sophisticated for an amateur.
That's for sure. Look, there's a setting marked. You better take this down, Colonel. East, 817. 92802.
East 817-92802.
Yes, that's correct, Lieutenant. Now have this course computed, and then station an interceptor directly on the line. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now I want this procedure carried out around the clock. At all times, an interceptor is to be in position.
Yes, sir.
Interceptor 1, immediate launch. Immediate launch.
Mr. Cooper.
Sir?
Make a signal.
Yes, sir.
Proceeding on schedule. Target date 12th. 0300. Mr. Cooper.
Sir?
Coded.
Yes, sir.
Interceptor 1 to Moonbase.
Routine check, 1500 hours. Nothing to report.
Roger 1. Routine check 1500 hours. Received. Confirm negative report.
Report confirmed.
This patrol wouldn't be so bad if I knew what I was waiting for.
Moon base to Interceptor 1. Come in, 1. This is Moon base control to Interceptor 1. Moon base to Interceptor 1. Come in, 1.
Just can't believe it.
How is the pilot?
Well, when he regained consciousness, he was able to land the interceptor. He was checked out and cleared A1 for duty.
Do we know what it was?
No, not for certain. But the lab boys reckon that telescope is some sort of a laser signal.
Which could be picked up in deep space.
Exactly.
And the signal, whatever it was, must have got through.
Well, with a highly concentrated light beam like that, it would pass right through Interceptor 1 as if it wasn't even there.
But why? I still don't understand why.
Paul, do you remember that photograph I showed you?
Well, the one Sarah had in her apartment? Yes.
That was her father, John Bosenquet, one of the experts who helped build Moonbase 5-6 years ago.
You said was her father?
Yes. He was posted as dead, but in fact, he disappeared. You see, in those days, accidents on the lunar surface happened much more frequently. There was a search, but he was never found.
You mean the aliens got him?
Now, it seems to add up. Contact with Miss Bosenquet before SHADO became operational would have been comparatively simple.
And she's been forced to send them information ever since.
Forced or controlled doesn't make any difference. And that ship is put out to sea again. Now, question. Why would the ocean depth be of interest to Admiral Sheringham? Colonel Lake, I'm assigning you back on Skydiver.
Follow that ship.
Yes, and don't let it out of your sight.
And me?
I'm sorry, Paul, you startled me. I didn't expect you.
I know, Sarah. I know all about it.
I'm sorry, Paul. I didn't know what you mean.
What did you tell them?
Paul.
What did you tell them?
We have all the proof we need that your Miss Bosenquet has been supplying the aliens with information from your office.
Everything Straker says is true, Admiral.
UFOs are a fact.
It's fantastic. I can't believe it.
Well, I won't argue with you there. Now, whatever you're doing, the aliens know about it. Now, make no mistake. And if they're interested, so am I. Look, whatever you're doing, you've cloaked behind a veil of secrecy that we've been unable to penetrate, officially or otherwise. But now, Admiral, I have to know.
Well, I'm chairman of a committee dealing with the destruction of obsolete weapons and military equipment and so on. Some time ago, 1,000 gallons of an experimental nerve gas were manufactured in Europe. Then further tests revealed that the gas was far too dangerous ever to be used, even to be handled. So it was arranged that the gas should be chemically destroyed in laboratory conditions. Then it was discovered that the gas was virtually indestructible, certainly by any known method. It was therefore decided that the gas should be dumped at sea.
Well, what if there's a leakage?
The gas is sealed in very special containers geared to corrode over a period of several hundred years. By the time that gas escapes into the atmosphere, it will be quite harmless.
And if the aliens attack the ship and the containers are destroyed?
Then that would be the end, Commander Straker. There's enough gas on that ship to destroy every form of life known on this Earth.
You mean we can't contact the ship at all?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean, Paul. The ship's captain is maintaining a complete radio blackout.
Security.
Yeah, it's ironical, isn't it?
Couldn't an aircraft pick them up?
Look, we've got search task force combing the entire area. But it's dark, Paul, and the ocean's a big place to look for a small ship that doesn't want to be found.
But we do know their destination.
Yes, and by the time they get there, it'll probably be too late.
What about Skydiver?
Is this our best speed, Captain?
Midnight, sir. Right on schedule.
It'll be light about 300 hours, and we'll start dumping immediately.
The men will be ready, sir.
I think I'll go back to my cabin. There's not much I can do here. Call me, Mr. Cooper.
Aye, sir.
What about Sheringham?
Oh, he's convinced, all right. I'm letting him watch the operation. If it's a success, he'll get the usual amnesia shots. If it isn't, doesn't really make any difference, does it?
Can we stop them?
I don't know, Paul. I just don't know. I still think they've discovered a way to break through our screen. Well, the interceptors are skyborne.
Visual contact?
That could be our only hope.
Thank you, Mr. Cooper. 2:30 hours. Anything to report?
Yes, sir. Radar reports increased aerial activity.
Oh.
UFOs, 2, sighting. 0122 7074, Sector 14.
Unable to confirm UFO sightings.
Interceptor 1 to Moon Base Control. Confirmed sighting.
Reading negative. Repeat, negative. Repeat. We are failing to get a reading.
Moonbase Control to Interceptor 1, confirmed trajectory.
0122 7074, Sector 14.
Moonbase, can Interceptors 1 and 2 give assistance?
Compute interceptor range.
Interceptor range computed. ETA
Interceptor 1 to moon base control. I'm moving in.
You were right. They have found a way through our defensive screens.
Some kind of radio jamming, I expect, using waves to break up the frequency.
Can our technicians fix it?
Oh, depends on whether we're still here tomorrow, doesn't it?
We're separating.
The best I can do is to get one.
Sir, trajectory report on surviving UFO.
Thank you. Heading for a point somewhere near Newfoundland.
That's nowhere near the ship. The ship's in the South Atlantic.
Everything ready, sir?
Good. Commence stopping.
Sir? Bridge to deck party, bridge to deck party. Commence dumping.
There's a change in course, sir.
The UFO has veered off. Its trajectory is now the South Atlantic.
This is it.
Tracer.
Bridge.
We've picked up a radar trace. Bearing 281. Mach 5. Reducing.
Action stations.
Action stations. Action stations. Seal all watertight bulkheads. Gun crews on immediate standby. Repeat. Gun crews on standby.
Missile in position, sir.
Launch missile, Mr. Cooper.
Clear for firing. Clear for firing.
Get that missile launched, Mr. Cooper.
Bridge to missile control. Fire, repeat, fire. It's the damage, officer, sir. Missile guidance electronics have been affected by the explosion. They're still trying to ascertain the damage.
What the place has happened?
It's no use, sir. Missile systems are negative.
Alert gun crews.
Bridge to gun, stand by. Bridge to gun, stand by. There it is. Open fire. Radar puts it out of range, sir.
One more shot. Maybe two. That's all.
What the devil's that?
Well, we were lucky. Very lucky.
Sometimes we need it.
Moon base reported?
Yes, we ran tests on the radar. It was a radio wave jammer, but the experts say that by using a double frequency, we'll be able to plot them again, until they find an answer to that.
Well, I suppose it's another incident closed. I'll be in touch.
There's the girl, Sarah Bosenquet.
Now, there'll be no proceedings against her. In the circumstances, we could hardly hold her responsible for her actions. Of course, someone will have to try and explain what almost certainly became of her father.
Well, that's not what I meant, General. How many others are there like her?